Get on your business. You understand what I'm saying? Get on your business. Homesteading, farming, garden. We're going to be talking about the business aspect in relation to this book, How to Make 100,000 Farming Off 25 Acres. Booker T. Wadley, the master of small farms, if you ask me, in my humble opinion. I watch a lot of other channels. It's no hate. It's no tear down. But I watch a lot of these other homestead channels, and uh, for me, I hate to say it, and like I said, I'm not hating. Everybody has a different direction. It's a lot of busy work. Get the homestead, doing a lot of work. But what is the real plan? What is the real vision? What is the structure? You understand what I'm saying? That's really what I'm trying to get to with my homestead. I can go to work and do a whole bunch of busy work and get paid. So I don't really need to do that on my homestead. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do that on my homestead. I'm trying to do strategical work that makes me a profit where I'm not killing myself trying to do that. So that is how I'm approaching my homestead. You may approach yours differently. Maybe this is not the information you need, but this is the information I'm giving because I'm trying to be strategic on how to get cash flow, income, profit, adding value to the market so I can make some mucho dinero, mi amigo. You understand what I'm saying? So let's get to it, man. The most important part of this book right here is the 10 commandments. And the one I took seriously, number one, was provide year-round daily cash flow. Provide year-round daily cash flow. We're gonna go over this again. Sorry, I have to beat this in to me and maybe into you because this is so critical. Because let's read it one more time, and then I'm gonna read the book one more time. You maybe already heard this, so this may be redundant, but then I'm gonna talk to you about what actions I took to try to have daily, yearly cash flow. But it hasn't totally worked. So I want you to listen so you can learn and hopefully make better decisions and not make the mistakes I made. Because I followed the first commandment, but I did not truly engage and do my due diligence on the sixth commandment. So look, first, all farms must provide year-round daily cash flow. Year-round daily cash flow is designed to build small farms. And like he also says, Booker T. Wally, I recommend these type of farms have a minimum of 10 components, which represent no more than 10% of gross of that farm. So if you completely lose one component, you're still at 90% efficiency. So of course, I'm doing my farm by myself. It's kind of hard. Like I said, we have to start from somewhere. Most people can't just come out the gate with 10 different components. It takes time. It takes years. It takes experience. So I started with my first thing. And you can check out, I have a YouTube for this too, is EA mushrooms, East Alabama mushrooms. You actually can go, if you want to even purchase some mushrooms, you can go to eamushrooms.com. So I started with mushrooms because mushrooms are easy to grow, quick to grow. That's what I like. The quick turnaround time. Also, it's pretty easy to start. It's hard to kind of really mess up growing mushrooms. It's especially how I was doing it because I was growing mine like outdoors in a greenhouse. That's why I haven't been growing them this summer, is because, you know, when you grow them indoors, you do have a high likelihood of contamination if you don't do things right. But I started with mushrooms because mushrooms are going for about $15 to $25 a pound. These are dry mushrooms. So I sell these packets for $10 an ounce. But these, when you rehydrate them, they get to be about close to a quarter pound. But this is what I started with. And also with mushrooms, they can be grown year round. Like I said, harder to grow them year round if you don't have an indoor environment. But like I was doing, I was growing them outdoors, spring, fall, and through the winter, because you can grow these blue oysters all through the winter. And then if you don't sell them fresh, you can dry them. These are pink. It's probably like almost a half a pound pink oyster. You can dry these and they store very well for up to a year or several years if you have them vacuum sealed and stored properly. So that was my goal on to follow the first commandment of provide year-round daily cash flow. I have a product I can get in about 3 weeks from start to finish. If I can't sell them fresh, I can dehydrate them, and then I can have them for year-round accessibility for people to purchase them. So that's how I was trying to approach the game. But guess what? I made a fatal mistake. And that's what I want you to learn here in this video. I didn't follow the sixth commandment. Produce only what the clients demand and nothing else. These mushrooms are not in demand. People are interested. I have a lot of people interested in mushrooms, but interested and committed and demanding all different levels, my friend. All different levels. So what I'm trying to still study now while I work and do other things, we all have, a fine balance, is because I've invested about $5,000 in this mushroom business, probably only sold about $1,500 worth of mushrooms. So I'm way down in the red. So what what I didn't understand was the demand. It was not there. I had farmers markets reach out. I went to farmers markets. They told me they want to do business with me. One day they want to do business. I ramp up my operation. Next minute, no return text, no return calls, no return voicemails. Also, educating the market. A lot of restaurants want fresh mushrooms. By the time I got to the point where I could provide fresh mushrooms for restaurants, I was already thousands of dollars in the hole. Then I said, hey, why don't you buy these dried mushrooms I have here? Oh, we don't want dried mushrooms. Even though, which it doesn't make sense to me, dried mushrooms don't have to be refrigerated. Dried mushrooms have a much fresh mushrooms last 3 to 5 days. Dried mushrooms, like I'm saying, they last up to a couple years if stored correctly, and you don't have to keep them in a refrigerator, which is more power. So didn't make sense to me, but guess what? It's not. Some things I'm still working on, but I was not in a position to be out here to try to educate the clients, because in my other business, they calling me all the time. So it was hard for me to make the adjustment from, go over here begging people, trying to educate them, to, hey, these people calling me, texting me, hey, can you come now? Can you come tomorrow? When can you be here? So it was, it's an adjustment, and we all have to make adjustments in what we're doing, but understanding the demand, I hate to say, it's almost probably that's command number 6. It damn near almost should be number 1, but it's all good. We just have to understand all the 10 commandments that are provided in this book, and we have to do our research. Mushrooms in different part of the country have a higher demand than what they are here in East Alabama. So it's just understanding the demand from your clients, understanding the demand in your area, understanding the demand in your market, so then you can then provide a product, a service, whatever it is that will provide you with your year-round daily cash flow. You know what I'm saying? But I did set up a website for this so I could sell these all day, all night. Yeah, but guess what? Have I got a single purchase off the website? Of course not. But it's all good. And fast shout out to Out the Mud Farm, because she has a video where you can learn how to set up a free website selling your products. So go check out her YouTube channel, Out the Mud Farm. But getting back to it, you have to do things. You have to make mistakes. Do I regret starting the mushroom growing business? No, I don't at all. I still have people call me. I still have farmers markets I can go to. I've sold at farmers markets. And that's one thing I want to talk about. I sold at the farmers market here locally, and I was breaking even or making like $20, $30 every week. Wasn't really worth my time. But what I did notice, I noticed who was always the corn man selling out in an hour, hour and a half. The melon man got a damn line. Got 20 people in his damn line. Selling melons, cantaloupes, melons, tomatoes, all those type of things. They had a high demand. at the farmer's market I was at. Every farmer's market is different. Just talking about the specific market I was at. But I was blessed for that opportunity because it made me understand what people demanded. They wanted melons. They wanted corn. I'm going to be honest. I didn't even know the corn guy even was even selling stuff, because he would always come around talking to the guy next to me, the grower next to me. And I always be under like, what does this guy do? Why is he here every week just coming here to talk to this guy? I don't see him buying anything. And after like 3 weeks, I realized, oh, this guy sells out in an hour and a half. So he's just chilling. He's just chilling the next couple hours, just mingling, talking to people. He got it down pat. He understands his market. He understands his demand, the corn man. So that made me understand what people wanted, what people demanded. Unfortunately, right here in this market, it is not mushrooms, or I have not found the clientele that is going to demand mushrooms, which I'm still working on. A lot of these things take time. It's not an overnight thing, but we just got to follow the principles, man. Do I still believe in these principles? Of course. I know, forget believing. I know these principles will get you somewhere. You just have to figure out the product. You have to figure out the clientele. You have to figure out your market. Sometimes that takes research. A lot of these things, that's what I'm saying. I watch a lot of these other channels. People just get to growing stuff. That's perfectly fine if you're growing it for yourself. But I'm going to be honest. I'm starting everything from the business first. Because I can go to the grocery store and buy what I need right now. I'm not really tripping off it really right now, because my time that I make working is worth more than me watering my plants. That's just my personal, I'm not trying to be cocky, arrogant. That's just my personal position right now. So I'm looking at everything on my homestead first from a business and income standpoint. This is also why you see my videos right now of me planting all these perennial medicinal herbs, because I'm planting these herbs not only for myself, but I'm planting them with the business aspect in mind. And also the time and energy I have to put on that should be low, because guess what? I don't have to plant them every year. They're going to keep regrowing every year. So I'm looking at everything from the time, energy, and effort standpoint, and from the business standpoint. And also, when I grow these medicinal herbs, guess what? I can put them on a website, just like I did the mushrooms. Get a website, put it on there, and then I get my daily cash flow, of course, if the demand is there, but at least I have the website. It's up, it's there, it's running itself. I'm not having to go to a farmer's market every week, load up the truck, do this, do that. Mr. Wiley talks about that. He doesn't really totally agree with the farmer's market standpoint. Now, do I totally agree with him on that? Yes, but no. I think sometimes you got to go to the farmer's market to break into the market, to understand the market. So it is a give and a take, and not everybody has 25 acres where they can invite people out to come do a U-pick. My property is not set up like that. So we have to find ways to adjust and do what we need to do. But the critical part is, how do you have a crop? How do you have a product? Or whatever you're doing on your homestead, your farm, your garden, that can provide the daily cash flow that people demand. So I'm gonna do more videos talking about the business, man, because I'm about the business, man. I'm not about just growing tomatoes because I like to eat them. I can just go to the store. My neighbors grow tomatoes. I can go get tomatoes from my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? That is how I think about it. I'm not telling you to think about it like that. That's my mindset. Everybody's mindset's different. If I want tomatoes, I got a special tomato plant. My neighbor's got a farm. I could take them to seeds. I could take them to start. They'll grow the damn tomatoes, and when they done, they'll call me. I'll come over there and come get them. That's how I'm doing it. I'm not telling you to do it that way. I'm just saying I'm trying to come into it as a business first. Then I'll grow the things that I want to grow. But I got to get the dough. Get the dough, then grow what you want to grow. That's my philosophy. Hey, man, you have to formulate your philosophy. You have to figure out what's right for you. That's what this is about. That's what this mission is about, man. That's why it's so beautiful, man. So, hey, man, I'll see you on the next one. Handle your business. Understand your business. I recommend you get this book so you can get on your damn business, partner. Peace.